there's this little report, speaking of conservativereview.com, which I saw, written by Daniel Horowitz. And Daniel Horowitz points out that while Republicans are playing defense on immigration, curled up in the fetal position, waiting for the transformational executive amnesty, Obama's already issuing smaller unilateral immigration edicts to the detriment of the country. I said, gee, I wonder what he's talking about. Well, he links to this, to the website and a page on the website, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, Department of Homeland Security. You ready for this one? Starting in early 2015, the Department of Homeland Security will begin implementation of a Haitian family reunification parole to expedite family reunification for certain eligible Haitian family members of U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents of the U.S., and to promote safe, legal, and orderly migration from Haiti to the U.S. 100,000 Haitians are going to be eligible to come into the United States, starting in 2015. Now, this is on top of the illegal aliens who came into this country over the summer. This is on top of the millions and millions of aliens that Obama is going to give legal status to. The Haitian Family Reunification Parole Program, it's going to be expedited, as everything is, under this president. Do we know who these people are? Not really. Do we know if they're sick? Not really. This is pretty amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Then I love these reports about inequality in America, not only because of the left's policies, but because when you keep importing dirt poor people from the third world, you create economic inequality. I just want to know where American citizens are going to find jobs who are more laborers than college graduates. Where are they going to work? Where are they going to find jobs? All this bull about Obama looking out for the little guy and going after the rich. He's not looking out for anybody except himself and the Democrat Party. So Daniel Horowitz goes on at Conservative Review. He says, at a time when hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants from Central America, which have demonstrated public health concerns, that will place an additional burden on our already overextended welfare system, Obama's Secretary of Homeland Security, Jay Johnson, announced that they will extend the temporary protected status for Honduras and Nicaragua. Nicaragua, too? On the same day, they announced that it would expand chain migration for Haiti with this rule, I should say, allowing as many as 100,000 more Haitians into the country beginning next year. There's another example of Obama putting the priorities of Americans last by opening our doors to the third world at a time when we have record legal and illegal immigration from some of these countries. And notice what Obama's doing. I don't mean to be provocative, but notice he's not speeding entry. We have a fellow who calls here from time to time. His name is John from Ireland. Right, Mr. Producer? John from Ireland. He's been good guy. He's been trying to get into this country, he said, for 10 years, didn't he? 10 years. You see, there aren't a lot of expedited processing of immigrants from Europe. There just aren't under this president. He's very particular about where the expedited processing comes from. Oh, Mark, what do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? I'm not Helen Keller. I see exactly what's going on, don't you folks? Now, some of you may cheer it, some of you may boo it. I'm stating a fact. Well, why is Obama doing it? Why is Jay Johnson doing it? Why is Eric Holder doing it? Why are they doing this? You have to ask them, don't you? I mean, the whole idea is to bring people into this country who are highly educated, who have skills that will promote American industry and science and academia and so forth and so on. That's the nature of past immigration. Not to bring us your sickest, your most illiterate, and your least capable. And this is particularly true when you have a massive welfare state and you have some of these blue states that are going nuts with the benefits that they want to throw at illegal aliens and other aliens who come into this country. Long before the 2010 earthquake in Haiti, we opened our doors to this very poor and uneducated country, writes Horowitz. According to the 2013 American Community Survey of the Census Bureau, we have almost 600,000 immigrants from Haiti here. We've given out roughly 169,000 green cards to Haiti nationals since 2007, based on a quick glance of the most recent DHS yearbook on immigration. Remember, this is a tiny country with a population of under 10 million. Americans have been extremely generous to impoverished countries, particularly those from Latin America. Americans have always pitched in with charity and adoptions more than any other country in the world. And yes, we have opened our immigration system to these countries over the past few decades like never before. Now Obama's taking that generosity and categorically expanding it across the board so that the remaining relatives of those recipients of our generosity can come here without any regard for their qualifications. And Congress does nothing, and apparently Congress will do nothing. Shh, wait, be quiet. The Republicans are going to win a massive landslide. Be quiet. What, are you against them? If we lose, it's your fault. Shut up. Section 212A4 of the Immigration and Nationality Act clearly states that barring temporary catastrophic situations, immigrants must be assessed on a case-by-case basis to ensure that they do not become a public charge. Factors to take into account: age, health, family status, assets, resources, financial status, education, and skills. And as we all know, Haiti is one of the poorest countries in the world. More than 50% of the population is illiterate. And he goes on. So the point is, under this statute, under this federal statute, this section 212A4, this blanket rule that they're putting in place, which might bring it up to 100,000 Haitians, many of whom are poor and illiterate, is that Obama's violating it. Yet again, another violation. And this is why Republicans are going to turn out, conservatives are going to turn out, because we've had enough of it. Not because Mitch McConnell has voiced some rational immigration policy that we support. He hasn't voiced anything. Nothing. In fact, Boehner's over there making us all nervous about his view of amnesty because, as we all know, he's bought and paid for by the U.S. Chamber of Crony Capitalism. But this is the situation. 100,000 more people from Haiti, which, by the way, represents a big chunk of their population. It's like we ask the poorest countries to bring people into this country. Why do we do that? That's not what immigration is supposed to be. That's not what immigration is supposed to be about. If there's genocide taking place in a country, yes, we make exceptions for that sort of thing. But we don't make exceptions for poverty. Otherwise, 4/5 of the world will be pouring over our border. This is fundamental transformation. This is the destruction of a society, a destruction of a culture where assimilation is laughed at and usurped. We just cannot handle this kind of importation of masses from dirt poor countries where people can't even speak their own languages. And we're not controlling these diseases and so forth that come in here because we're not properly vetting people. I tell you, this is the idea that the Republicans aren't running on this. There's a few who are, but they've been told, shh, don't say anything about amnesty. Don't say anything. Shh, hush, quiet. Don't rock the boat. It's just a disgrace. Country first, boys. Mr. McConnell, Mr. Boehner, country first. Your particular interests, well, they're really not even on the list when it comes to saving the country.